Hi girls, welcome again to my channel with a new video. This time it's a book a recommendation. That's Arabic, but don't be scared. Everything I will be speaking about will be in English. And actually the author herself, she's English British, Alif Shafak. You might have heard of her or like her name from one of the most sold book ever, I think. I don't remember which year, but I'm sure you have heard of the 40 Rules of Love. She spoke about Sufism, and it's a bit of a biography, but a bit of fiction. But initially, it's a biography about Rumi. You must have heard of him. It's a famous poet, Sufist, and Shams Eddin Tabrizi. Maybe these sound strange, new to you, but if you Google Rumi, you will find all his poets, because they got translated to English and to many languages across the world. Okay, this book, it won the Booker Prize in the year of 2019, and it's called 10 minutes and 38 seconds in this strange world. Very catchy, huh? And actually 10 minutes 38 seconds is a scientific fact what inspired her. Okay, I start with that fact. So there was a Canadian study in the year of probably I don't know, 2015. I'm very bad with the names. Okay, double check. Okay, it says the study, or like the experiment, found out that while like our body clinically die, or like when we get clinically dead, our brain, it doesn't die immediately, but it stays active for 10 minutes and 38 seconds. That's the frame where they could observe some brain wave generated from our brain. And sure, million of studies followed. They even found out, and I'm not sure about that, if they could prove it or just a theory, but our brain at that time frame, while our body already dead, disconnected from life, from reality, our brain, it plays a flashback about our life since birth, since we are a baby, or like at least it plays a flashback about our most memorable souvenirs in a vivid way, like a movie plays, okay, in our brain. For 10 minutes and 38 seconds. And that's exactly the opening scene of the book, how it starts. A girl, her name is Leila, Tequila, that's her nickname. They call her friends call her Leila Tequila. She got brutally killed and dumped in a dumpster. And she's fighting death, or at least her body is already dead, but her brain, it's active. It's playing a flashback about her life since she was a teenager, a kid in her small traditional village, until she ended up in Istanbul as a sex worker, brutally killed and thrown. Okay, and then she would remember all her friends that she made in Istanbul and everything. Okay, Alif Shafak, she's known to criticize her society as a double standard society, as a schizophrenic society that live in a duality before being Islamic, traditional, conservative country, and be laïc and like you know, that contradicts the first point. Okay, she always criticized that. If you ever read one of her books, that's her style. Okay, and she does the same thing. I mean, it might sound like a fictional book, but she says that it's inspired from real life characters she met in Istanbul and interviewed, but of course she uses fake names. Okay, so Leila Tequila, while fighting the death, or like already dead, her brain remembers like the first time when she was as an innocent teenager playing around. She was in a summer vacation. She grew up in a polygamic family, and like while being on a summer vacation, all of them, her uncle sexually abused her as a teenager, 15 or something years old, maybe 16, I don't know, I don't remember. And no one believed her. She spoke up about it. She told her family. No one believed her. Everyone believed the uncle. Okay, and somehow, like, I think her mom, she knew she's telling the truth, but she cannot tell anything. It's a man-dominated family, and to cover up about it, they wanted to force her to get married. And she was in love with her teenager crush boyfriend. She used to play with him, but she was forced. And to whom? To her cousin, the son of her abuser. She was forced to marry him, and that pushed her to run away. She ran away from her family, from her boyfriend. Only her boyfriend knew where she's heading to. No one else. She woke up, she decided to run away and go to the city, to Istanbul. Her family abandoned her. They were ashamed. They didn't try to find her anything. They were covered up with shame because the news was all across the small village, and they were like, nope, she's not our daughter anymore. She goes to Istanbul. This book actually was a motivation, not motivation, it inspired me to visit Istanbul and the famous Taksim Square. All of the events happened in Taksim Square. It's such, and it's true, if you visit Taksim Square, it's living in duality, I swear to you.